And I have stuff to like show that I'm in the program too. That's the coolest part to me. Like I've made stuff. Like it's not, I've been in it for all these months and I'm still just working on an idea or something. Like I've got stuff. I love that about this program. I'm building a portfolio. I've done like these one-offs where I'm like, oh, this would be cool. And let me take some of those skills that I learned and the feedback and do this small little thing just for me. My notebooks, I wish I had it right here. Like I've got so many notes from all the feedback of other people's videos and my videos. It definitely lifted my confidence in doing this. Years ago, I was in film school. And even film school, it was a while before I shot something. It took a while before I actually like shot something that was a narrative storyline. Since film school years ago, I hadn't made anything. I was honestly thinking like, man, that part of my life might be over. Like, who knows? Just getting out there and shooting stuff, actually showing it to people and getting feedback. Like, it's really motivating, really giving me that courage to continue doing it because there's only one way you can go. Once you continue doing it, you're going to get better and better. My name is Kornyan Bailey. I'm from Bastrop, Texas, in the United States. Filmmaking has been a dream of mine for a very long time, but actually using a camera and actually creating films, and that's been maybe since 2020. Now it's 2025, so about 5 years, I'd say. I've been really into filmmaking and really wanting to buckle down and make films. Before the GTS program, it was really hard actually going out and making films because it was mostly time based and it was overwhelming. That kind of went hand in hand. So with the time based, we all have lives. It's busy and stuff. When I did have a little bit of time and I would want to pick up a camera and do something, I started to feel overwhelmed because it's where do I start? I only have this amount of time. So do I skip writing or do I go straight into this? For long, like hours have gone by and I haven't done anything. I think, but then GTS really simplified a lot of things because I was in film school for like 2 years. All that knowledge and stuff, GTS really simplified and gave me these steps that really made me more efficient, basically. What made GTS really stand out for me, honestly, it was you, Darius, because I had seen you on YouTube. I had seen some of your short films. I've seen some of your behind the scenes films and like the hard work and the dedication, and you've even done like behind the scenes of a short film, and like that, how is this man this dude is making a short film, but also at the same time doing behind the scenes, but also at the same time doing behind the scenes of the behind the scenes. So you can see how he was doing the behind the scenes. Like, man, that's cool, man. You're a hard worker. I put faith in you in this program because of that. It's what I had seen already. So I knew that you knew what you were talking about. And I wanted to get to where you already are or have been. That's what made me take that leap. With joining the GTS program, I was really afraid that I wouldn't be able to actually live up to doing anything in the program. I put a lot of faith in the program to really get me going, but I was so scared that, oh man, will this really change anything? Will I really be able to pick up a camera and do something? How am I going to be able to do that if I'm not doing it beforehand? How is the program going to change anything? And I had a lot of doubts was on myself, I guess. Curiosity on how the program would kind of demolish some of those doubts. I've actually been doing a lot of work on myself too, where I'm really trying to stay focused on things, trying not to be sidetracked. And I think part of that is the GTS program that's helped me even stay focused. So that's pretty cool. You lay it out pretty, like, I really love like that pre-production schedule and the little things you can do in little moments and how big it can impact the actual filmmaking process. I do want to mention specifically pre-production timeline, that tool right there. Anyone that uses that, I feel like that's the prime tool to use for anyone because we all have 30 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 20 minutes there. Like even if it's just going on YouTube, watching a few things, like we're already scrolling. So I think the pre-production timeline is a big part of how any filmmaker can get to work. It was really good with the task by task that when I had a little more time than normal, like in my busy schedule, doing the task by task, it's like, okay, check that, check that. Okay, now do this, now check that. But also when I had less time, it gave me those ideas that when I'm watching something with my wife or when I do see something, I know what I'm looking for in the video. And then I have something that I want to do in my head. Now, like everything that I do, I'm doing with intention. Any video I watch, there's intention behind it. It's like, oh, I like how they shot that, and now I know what to look for. And that little nudge, that push to get shooting right out the gate was very exciting for me. It really, I guess, took off the shackles. The program and everyone in it makes you comfortable. I really like having that intro where we all kind of introduce ourselves to each other and we talk a little bit. I can shoot and throw something in there for these people, and I don't have that guard up or that fear, or it's not too overwhelming. I have a job where like I do videography and photography. When I first got this job, I was so terrified for posting because I handle social media for a chamber of commerce. I was so afraid to like put anything out because I'm like, oh man, I know I'm not the best, blah blah blah. But GTS really like helped me break a lot of my fears of putting stuff out, people having eyes on any of my projects or seeing anything that I've done creatively in multiple ways. Having the community, other people that are into that same thing, it made me feel comfortable and it made me feel actually good about putting stuff out. And it also broke into my guard that I had up of my own creativity and being afraid of someone saying nay to something that I did or this is not good, because it's critique moving me forward instead of just oh no, it's bad. I don't know why it's bad, but never do this again. You know, that's a fear. Like that was a for real fear. I know it's not logical. It's not logical, but there's that feeling, like the feeling isn't logical, but there's that feeling like someone's going to be like, oh, why do you do that? You make films? Why? Getting feedback from you, Darius, specifically was actually kind of mind blowing. Like I said, I had watched your stuff in the past, and just to get real feedback, real critique, some real pointers from someone that I respect was actually really empowering, and that boosted me to like, okay, I can actually do this. In the program, I was able to see my peers and myself improving, even like especially from the first film to the second film. Not always like in the technical aspects, but in story and just knowing how to tell a story. I think that's what I saw grow the most. I feel like I got more learning when other people's films we were critiquing and giving them feedback, because I feel like the creatives within this community can make some amazing stuff. And looking at their films, I saw different things that I want to do and different things that I'm like, oh, I want to try that. And then to hear the feedback that they get, it's like, okay, I was taking notes, always having deadlines. That really helped me. Having that step-by-step basis, it's okay, 1, check that. All right, go to 2, check that. All right, now, all right, I'll do that this time. Check, 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 check. Like it's just going down a list. I feel like you can't beat something like that. Like, I learned some things in film school on where to start, where to go next, what to do after that. But when it's all in this big bubble and it's so overwhelming, it's nice to just have the steps put in front of you. Someone saying, no, this is what we're going to work on during this time. And this is what we're going to work on during this time. Being able to focus in on certain aspects that come with these different tasks and the framework, doing the GTS program and having a busy schedule, having life, having work, kids, all the things. There's give and take to it. Realistically, like anything in life, there's give and take. The program is done in such a way that you can take little snippets of time that it's not a whole time away from your family, from your work, from whatever else you got going on, but now have more intention towards it, which makes it a little bit easier. Brandon, what he did with I believe it was his dad getting up and getting on the farm and the sunrise that he caught and just these little moments, the praying, no words to it. It was so beautiful. That was inspiring. And I don't remember his name. It was the laundry video that he's in the hotel. He's like, he changed the meaning of the laundry around to it's not laundry like your clothes and washing clothes. He was like this agent, and I thought that it inspired me to think further. And it's kind of like a design thing, like graphic design. There's that 1+1=3. The FedEx design is 1+1=3 because there's the arrow in there. That made me think, oh, I want to do that with film, that 1+1=3 type of work, like how he made the laundry so much of a bigger thing and created this world with it. I thought that was really cool. It being self-paced, that's like the saving grace of the program for me, because it's one of those things where if it's like you have to be there to get this at this time, if you don't, you've missed it. And you miss one, then it's just the snowball effect where it's like, now I'm lost, and then it gets overwhelming. Like, it's the saving grace for me. I could actually go back and review things because I'm not a person that will like watch something and get it right off the bat, especially if I watch it and then it's not until days later that I'm actually trying to implement something. So having the pre-recorded videos was amazing. Having office hours, because we all have life and missing office hours, having the office hours recorded and being able to go back to that is also amazing. Going through the program, I've actually got projects, like I'm building a portfolio. I've done like these one-offs where I'm like, oh, this would be cool, and let me take some of those skills that I learned and the feedback and do this small little thing just for me. My notebook of notes, I wish I had it right here, but like I've got so many notes from all the feedback of other people's videos and my videos, and confidence. It definitely lifted my confidence in doing this. It was years ago. I was in film school and I hadn't really touched a camera to do any type of narrative storytelling. So I was honestly thinking like, man, that part of my life might be over. Like, who knows? Just getting out there and shooting stuff, actually showing it to people and getting feedback, like, it's really motivating. It's really given me that courage to continue doing it, because there's only one way you can go. Once you continue doing it, you're going to get better and better. What I was hoping from the program, I already got that. Just some projects, some things that I can look at and be like, oh, I made that, to make stuff that can make people feel, elicit a emotion. I'm already doing that. So I'm getting what I was hoping for. Before joining the program, I had a short film I made in film school a while back. Since film school years ago, I hadn't made anything. So I've got 3 projects that go in line with the program itself. I've also done 2 or 3 other short films that were just for me, just me getting some practice on my own. I'm building my own little library. Well, the first time that I had that chance to get into the program, I was really on the fence and thinking, okay, because I do have discipline. And just talking with Darius, like, that motivated me into, you know what, let me pick the camera back up. Let me try to do some stuff. And so I figured, okay, I'm going to try and do this on my own. Let me get my own program together and try and like really just take my discipline up a notch, and maybe my wife and we can do some stuff. And that faltered pretty quickly. That overwhelming aspect of it, that can make you freeze. I think that was a big part of it. And so when you approached me again, like, I was ready to jump in. I really wanted to do it. I had faith in the program actually, like, getting me over that that overwhelming feeling, giving me some type of structure to where it's not myself trying to think up what the next step is and if I'm right with each step. And it really broke all that for me. If I was talking to my past self, I'd say jump in, because there's so much time that you have with this. You have access to the creative minds of other creatives. That collaboration, it's priceless. It's something that you can always go back to. And if it's really what you have a passion for, it's what you want to do, it's a easy decision. I'm really glad that I did this. I can't imagine if I didn't.